Hey Geekly, Kikai here, and today, pull up a stool and maybe pour a stiff one, cause we've got a heavy one to unpack. We're usually here to rip apart loot boxes or laugh at buggy launches, but today the news is grim. It's big, and in true Geekly fashion, it's complicated. We're talking about the death of a genuine titan of our industry, Vince Zampella, and the messy, uncomfortable reality hiding behind the headlines. So, if you've been offline for the last 48 hours, here's the key intel. Vince Zampella, the guy who basically invented the modern military shooter, died this past Sunday afternoon. He was driving a Ferrari on the Angeles Crest Highway in Southern California, which, if you don't know, is this winding, scenic mountain road that's basically a magnet for supercars. According to the reports, he lost control, hit a barrier, and, well, that was it. He and his passenger were killed instantly. The police are still doing the official investigation dance, but the internet has already seen the footage. Now, before we get to the grit, we have to acknowledge the absolute mountain of a legacy this guy leaves behind. Seriously, put aside the corporate logos for a second. Vince Zampella is on the Mount Rushmore of FPS games. He didn't just make games, he defined how we play them. He co-founded Infinity Ward. He gave us Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you know, the game that literally changed the entire landscape of multiplayer gaming. The kill streaks, the progression, the cinematic campaign, that was Vince. And when Activision tried to screw him over, he didn't just take it, he sued them, left, started Respawn Entertainment, and dropped Titanfall and Apex Legends on our heads. The man had the Midas touch. He saved the Star Wars gaming license with Jedi Fallen Order when EA was busy running it into the ground. For 30 years, if you held a controller and shot a virtual gun, you were playing in Vince's world. He earned his flowers. He earned the millions. And honestly, seeing the outpouring of love from devs and fans, it's touching. It really is. But it's when I scrolled past the rest in power tweets and actually watched the leaked video of the crash, links in the description, but be warned, it's rough, that the mood changed for me. And this is where we have to stop being fans and start being real. Because while the official statements from EA and the family are talking about a tragic accident and unknown reasons, the footage tells a much simpler, uglier story. Because let's cut the BS, Geekly. This wasn't a freak accident. This was physics catching up with ego. The video shows that Ferrari tearing out of a tunnel at what looks like absolute warp speed. We're talking way over the limit. And this is the part that makes me angry. We love these rockstar devs. We treat them like gods, and they start to believe it. They think because they built the physics engine in Titanfall, they can ignore the physics engine of real life. But out there on the asphalt, there is no wall running. There is no stim shot. And most ironically, for the head of Respawn Entertainment, there are no respawns. And here is the real hypocrisy that's sticking in my throat. If this was some random YouTuber or a TikTok influencer doing 140 in a 45 zone and killing themselves, the entire gaming community would be dunking on them for being reckless idiots. We'd be calling them out for endangering the public. But because it's Vince, because he made Modern Warfare, we're seeing this sanitized hero worship narrative. He died doing what he loved. Really? Did he love wrapping a supercar around a concrete divider? And let's not forget the passenger. There was another person in that car, someone's kid, someone's friend, who is dead today because a genius game designer treated a public highway like a level in Need for Speed. That's the marketing trap here, folks. The industry wants you to mourn the legend so you don't judge the man. They want you to sell you the tragedy of a visionary cut down in his prime, completely glossing over the fact that this was a preventable disaster caused by the exact kind of arrogance we usually mock. It's a harsh truth, I know, but playing with toys worth $500,000 on a public road isn't living the dream. It's negligence. And pretending otherwise just because the guy gave us Captain Price is dishonest. Anyway, The articles and the police summaries are in the description. Read them and make up your own mind. So, Geekly, you're the judge today, and it's a tough one. Is this just a heartbreaking tragedy of an industry icon that we should mourn without judgment? Or are we right to be angry that a legend threw his life and a passenger's life away for a cheap thrill? Let me know what you think in the comments. And that is the reality check on this whole fake news disaster. If you appreciate the honesty, destroy that like button, make sure you are subscribed, and sound off in the comments with your take on these rumors. If you want to keep the caffeine flowing, the Buy Me a Coffee link is right there. Quick poll for the next video. Should the background be the retro arcade or the zombie wasteland? You decide. I will see you in the next one. This was Kikai Wafra for News Geekly.